You're listening to It's Not a Show with Tara DeFrancisco and Rance Rizzuto. They're usually performers, but today they're just pals. And it's not a show.
Hey, this is a special Thanksgiving time.
Oh my gosh, isn't it such a special time, everyone?
Yeah, isn't it special? Everyone's got on their big buckle belts and their big buckle hats.
No. I hope you're dressed so comfortably and
Yeah.
so happily just to head wherever you're heading or be wherever you're being, to gather and give thanks, a little love to each other and the human time.
Yeah, this holiday, this Thanksgiving Day, this American Thanksgiving Day, just in case there's any, I know we get like one one listener from France.
That's part of it. Part of it is we're getting
Yeah.
a lot of listeners from the UK, but we have
hmm
one viewer from France that we haven't identified
Yeah,
yet.
it's like, why do you just, they're just watching their
How are
MP3
you watching
player.
us?
Yeah.
How are you watching us?
This needs to be like clear. So write in and please translate to English. Just we won't understand it. But
First things first, I'm
yeah.
Tara.
Oh, hey, and I'm Rance. Wow, we just really jumped right into it, didn't we? Let's go.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for listening to It's Not a Show. We sure do have fun on this show. And if you're just joining us because someone was like, oh, we need something else to listen to in the car on this drive home, or, oh, boy, I'm out of podcasts and I got to fly. And, oh, geez. Hey, welcome aboard. This is the show where we debate things that don't deserve debates at all. And Rance and I are typically performers from the Chicago area and now the Columbus, Ohio area and all over the globe, luckily. We typically do a sketch or short form or long form show all over the planet. And right now we're recording a podcast because it's so dang fun. And we've had so much fun. This is season 2. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
week.
Thanksgiving. Yes, we my brain just assumed we like got all that out of the way. Oh my goodness. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Whether your Thanksgivings are filled with family and thankfulness and delightful meals, or whether your Thanksgivings are the stereotypical joke of our family hates each other and we eat and drink a little bit too much and then just yell at each other, or whether your Thanksgiving is I'm hanging out on Thursday, I have the day off. This is your Thanksgiving special from us.
Yes, this is just a minimal Thanksgiving episode to kind of debate some things that come up in typical American Thanksgivings and chat about their worth as we go forward. Yeah, Rance? Seems fun. We've had a few episodes with, typically we have people write in with their debatable, and hey, this is a good invite right now to allow people to come in and do so. If you've never given us a debatable, you can submit one at itsnotashow.com. That's where we get debatables from, as well as our personal and professional Facebook pages. You can submit debatables there and you might get a shout out on the show in regular time. In fact, I think we've had maybe something like 20 or 30 debatables so far in seasons 1 and 2. And this day, we're just going to talk about the classic debatables as we go forward.
Yeah, you know what? We've got a good list of all of stuff from you all, but we wanted to make this Thanksgiving-y. So we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving foods especially, and then we'll also see where it goes. But ideally, we're just going to be debating foods that should or shouldn't be in a good old fashioned Thanksgiving meal.
Hey-o, let me tell you something. Okay,
yeah.
Maybe this is a good context to start out how we've experienced Thanksgiving in our lives.
Oh yeah,
because I don't think that anyone has any context on maybe our backgrounds of Thanksgiving. What was Thanksgiving like for you when you were a kid, Rance?
When I was a kid, our Thanksgivings would at least have our family and some other subset, meaning my grandparents or my aunt, uncle, and cousins. And the biggest that it would get was at my great aunt and uncle, June and Marv's house. They have 5 sons. And it would be them, their 5 sons, families, us, my aunt and uncle, all the cousins, a bunch of people. And when I say a bunch, I mean maybe 20 people, but it would
That's a lot.
it's a lot, but like I'm aware of the next story coming. So uh, about 20 people, and there's this living room and a long hallway that went back to a room with a TV that like a couple of the guys would put a football game on. A real crammed kitchen, a real crammed dining room. It was just like
Yeah.
shuffling and slinking through. But I can remember so many times being there and being like at the age where it's like, look, I'm doing a headstand in the corner, up up to like maybe early teenage years, going there. But it would always be just your classic, what I consider classic Thanksgiving meal:
Which we'll
turkey.
get to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Tara? What?
I think that 20 people is actually a fairly substantial Thanksgiving, don't you? I mean, I think that's a pretty, what would you say the average American's Thanksgiving size is? I would say
15.
I think that's probably about right.
I'd say 15 max, and 20 was just because there were five of my mom's cousins that all had, well, most of them had significant others, and some of them had kids.
Yeah. I think that's about right. In fact, I think our Thanksgiving tomorrow we're shooting this. Sure, we're recording this on Wednesday.
We're shooting it so that the person in France can watch it.
Our one viewer. We are shooting this on Wednesday, and typically the driving home day for many Americans in a regular time to go to wherever they're going if they're traveling, or I'd say like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are kind of the travel days of this holiday for many.
Mm-hmm.
And as I think back on our or think forward to our Thanksgiving tomorrow, I think we have 17 or 18 for our Thanksgiving tomorrow, and all which are in our bubble and family and stuff like that too during these crazy times.
Oh
But
my
I
goodness,
think
yeah.
as a kid, Rance knows this, of course, but as a child, our Thanksgivings were at my grandma Vera and grandpa Nikki's house, and who I should mention are my Italian. This is a very extensive Italian side of my family, and our family is very Italian. And during these Thanksgivings, I'd say we had 50,
Yeah.
40 to 50 people at those Thanksgivings, my entire childhood till adulthood. And I think even until recently, I'd say we had 50 to 60
Yeah,
pre-COVID.
when we started dating, like the month we started dating was November, and you went home for
Mhm,
Thanksgiving, and I stayed in Chicago. And Tara
mhm.
sent me a picture of like, here's my Thanksgiving, and she had like gotten in the corner of the room and made everyone like turn and wave. And it was like a living room, dining room, open floor plan situation with
Yeah.
just folding table after folding table crammed in there. I was like, this is insane. It was so many people, so many
Yeah.
people.
It's like an Italian cafeteria, basically. I mean, especially when my grandparents were still alive, it was certainly like, oh, it was so fun. It was just so fun. That's like the best word I can use for it. Fun, traditional, etc. Like just meaning it was our traditions of
Hmm.
like constant folding tables. My grandma had like sort of a ranch or a bi-level house, split level, where like one table would be pointing one way and there'd be an L-shaped long table pointed to the other, and we'd have like snaking throughout the house as many tables as she could get in. And I just talked to Rance about this today. My grandmother had 3 ovens, like a double upstairs and one in the basement. And I think she did everything by herself, and her sisters helped. My grandma had 7 sisters, so we called them the Great Eight. This is like a very dear thing to me, very matriarchal family.
I didn't talk to you about this, but I'm curious, why a basement oven, or how?
I don't know. I don't
Like,
know.
was it
My
in a
grandparents,
kitchen, or was it just like 2 ovens isn't going to be enough, and the only space for a third one is in the basement, so let's add
I
it
have
down
no
there?
idea. That's a great question because I barely remember the basement one. I remember my grandparents had a basically the equivalent of a bomb shelter in in the basement that was
Jeez.
just cans of tomato sauce, olive oil, and like cherries. It was just like constant beans, like just everything you would have
Oh.
in wartime. They weren't very worrisome, I wouldn't say, but they just had stocked up because I think our family was so huge that with 7 siblings to my grandma's side, and my grandpa's side too was fairly large. So it was like just cooking for fleets at a time was really common. And
Fleets.
a fleet of Italians just coming in there and eating everything they could. and just hanging all day. That was even more of it. Not that they were eating en masse, but eating constantly and staying from 10 or 11 a.m. to 6 or 7 p.m. at night,
Yeah.
maybe later. I know at one point, this is how my Thanksgiving used to go. I hope everyone has good Thanksgiving stories. I'm always interested in that. But our Thanksgiving used to be go over to our grandparents very early. We'd like start by like eating some appetizers or whatever, like, munchies, chatting, waiting for the whole family. Everyone would eat around 1. And then we would just like you said, football in the basement, think like everyone's hanging out playing games or whatever. Lots of like those like bowls of nuts where you'd like nut crack all day and
Oh,
just
like
sit around and play
walnuts
Scrabble and walnuts and all that
or
stuff.
any nut with a shell, so you could just be like make your own
where you
compost.
where you feel like you're not eating, but you're kind of like constantly eating really all day.
Hell yeah.
Just tiny proteins. And then at night we'd all and after that afternoon we go walk around this lake together as a giant family that's nearby. And then after that, the cousins, of which there were many, would all go to the movies. And I was the youngest on the entire side.
Aw.
So I didn't get to go because it'd be like, we're
Aw.
going to go see, some PG or PG-13 movie.
Porkies.
And I'd be like, that's okay. Yeah, Porky's too. And I would be like, well, I've already seen Porky's too, so I'll stay back with the parents.
Yeah.
But it was so cool when I got to go, like when I got old enough to go with the cousins to the movie. But after the movie, we'd all get, this is gross, we'd all get White Castles and bring them back to my grandma's house.
What?
And everyone would get White Castles and shakes. And that would be like the thing you'd have at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m.
Jeez.
Isn't that long? It's a long ass
that's
day.
That's a bit much for the old Ranceroo.
Oh, thank you, Ranceroo. Also, I can't believe we did that. I don't think we ate a lot of things. We ate a lot of things all day, but not necessarily tons of food all day, if that makes sense. You're like grazing all day.
Yeah.
I don't know how White Castle got involved, but it was definitely a tradition.
Probably just
Gross.
hungry after a movie, and then there it was.
I guess.
Well, what are some of the what are some of the foods you think that you had that are a must? Like they are a classic. We're sort of slow bleeding into potential debatables.
I mean, this is kind of debatable section. Debatable! It's not a classic debatable, but let's say the staples. Yeah, I mean, some staples for us, of course, are turkey. Duh.
Yeah, turkey's a tough one to be like. There shouldn't be turkey. I think I would debate there doesn't need to be only turkey. As a ham fan,
I don't get the ham thing, man. I don't get it. I'm just saying turkey as a placeholder for whatever protein a person would like. So shout out to our vegans and vegetarians out there. If you have tofurkey or something, some kind of like, main staple thing. That seems, I mean, it's not for me. I'm just saying that's fine if that's your thing.
I'm
afraid I'm
gonna have to stop you right there. I don't think I think a turkey has to be there regardless of whatever. So if you're having a tofurkey or whatever it is.
So what do you say for a vegetarian having Thanksgiving?
You're celebrating Thursday with a nice tofurkey meal.
Rants. You're alienating half of our crowd. This can't be true. Because Thanksgiving isn't about turkey, Rants. It's about giving thanks for the great people you're surrounded by. It's about being grateful for the community of people you've celebrated. It's not about the bird. What about the bird that gets pardoned by the president? What about the turkeys in the world that are being farmed and they shouldn't be farmed? Let's be real. We all believe this. Rance and I are actually considering going meatless, just FYI. Yeah. So we're kind of being tongue in cheek about how mean we are right now. But that all being said, like why, like the turkeys need to be free, etc. This is a horrible time for turkeys. I don't know that there needs to be turkey for it to be a Thanksgiving, but I'm certainly a person that's had turkey every Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I'm just saying Thanksgiving is pretty synonymous with having a turkey.
Yeah, I know.
And if ham shouldn't, and I'm saying like ham is a nice thing to also have, but it's like there's a turkey there. So I'll give you this. If you're having tofurkey, there at least needs to be a hand turkey present. And I know we're talking about, you draw a trace around your hand and you
What?
decorate it like a turkey. So at least you have the representation of
Hold
an
up.
actual turkey.
I just made the most outlandish face at Rants for like, what are you getting at? You're saying
Yeah.
that you have to have a drawing of a turkey if you're eating a fake turkey?
That's right.
So
And
if you
not a
have a
good
turkey,
drawing, and not like a photo of a turkey,
Mhm.
not like a movie of a turkey playing on a loop on YouTube. But you have to draw a hand turkey.
Rants.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm all for drawings.
yeah.
I actually approve of if we're gonna have no turkey here, we have to have an animation of one or a drawing of one.
Yeah, a hand turkey.
Okay, specifically a hand turkey.
I'm just
All
saying,
right, I get it.
I'm willing to concede that a vegan alternative to a turkey is fine. Which is also why there must also be a drawing alternative of a turkey, which is like it's not a good drawing of a turkey. It's a hand made into a turkey, as if you
Okay.
were in second grade and putting your art skills to the test.
Okay, so maybe this whole episode today is just us putting a menu together
Okay.
of a tradish. A tradish, like,
Tradish.
or not even a traditional, like a things that you and I need to have to be there.
What do
You
you
said
think?
ham. Now I don't get that. I don't get what ham. So for me, classically, ham would
Mhm.
go with Easter. I'm not saying that it has to. I'm just saying that's like the classic menu of ham goes to Easter. I don't even know why,
I'd say
but
ham
that's
is a Easter or Christmas. It's like
mhm,
Christmas is usually a 50-50. There's
sure.
going to be turkey and there's going to be ham. More likely to be ham, I'd say, because you just had turkey a month ago,
Uh-huh.
theoretically, of
Uh-huh.
course. Um,
And these are certainly obviously everyone listening a little addendum here that these are like classically Western celebrations I'm referencing for this stuff.
oh yeah, by the way, Tara and I are both white, and this is like the probably a detrimentally Anglo-Saxon holiday
Oh yeah.
to the extent that we've been put through the ringer with it. There's very little ethnicity. There's very little spice involved. There's very little.
Wait. For you,
For
I'm
me,
gonna take a step
no,
back.
no, no. I am specifically saying for my experience with this holiday,
Mhm.
it's very weighted and very
Big time.
biased.
I think it would be stupid of us not to mention that, especially with the especially with the makeup of what Thanksgiving even is, which we could do a whole episode on, but boy, what a downer that would be. But just generally, like, what are we even celebrating? I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
glad that it's turned into gratefulness. And like I think it's kind of evolved for most that are on the right side of history into just being like happy that your community is coming together to celebrate rather than, oh, good, we stole this land and people were gracious to give us food. Like, give me a break. But now that we're back to what it could mean, which is
yeah.
cooperate and enjoy each other.
Be nice. Be
That
thankful.
yeah,
Thanks is in the word.
thanks in the word. It's in the word. Let's evolve this holiday. That would be nice. But I'll tell you what, yeah, I don't know what your typical meal was when like you were a kid, Rance. Do you remember some hot items from then?
Yeah, you want me to just bullet list them? I'm
Yeah,
also
sure.
was a very picky eater, so like I'll only remember the things that I would eat.
Bullet
Turkey.
list like six. Yeah,
I never ate that many foods. Turkey, mashed potatoes,
I guarantee you did.
um,
Ham.
some sort of casserole,
Uh-huh.
ham if we were lucky. If
Corn,
oh yeah, there's probably corn, but I don't like
mashed
corn.
potatoes,
I said mashed potatoes. Um,
gravy.
there was gravy. I kind of make mashed potatoes and gravy like one food. Ooh, every once in a while, someone would make scallop potatoes, and that's a hot treat. I love them cheesy taters.
That's
But
a hot
I
treat.
was never into, especially as a kid, I wasn't into stuffing. I wasn't into pie. I wasn't into vegetables. Definitely wasn't into any sort of attempt at anything with a sweet potato or a yam. Um, so it's like I'd have a pretty minimal plate that would be turkey, potatoes with butter. I wouldn't get gravy.
Mm-hmm,
Probably some vegetable that my mom would make me put on my plate,
mm-hmm.
and that's about all I can remember. And scallop potatoes or ham, but those are both just a meat and potato again.
I don't think you said this yet. Bread?
Oh crap! Yeah, rolls. I'd eat the hell out of
See?
rolls.
See? I eat the hell out of a roll. I think that we had those like styrofoam plates that were like sectioned and portioned, or like,
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
like little
Three sections,
compartments.
like two
Yeah,
littles and one
or the
big.
ones that are like 6 or 5.
Oh
You know what I'm
wow.
talking about? Like the 3 tinies and the 2 biggers at the bottom. And I don't know what I think a traditional at our old house would be a turkey and gravy with
Okay.
mashed potatoes, corn, probably a green bean of some kind, maybe green bean casserole because it's Midwestern. I don't
Yep.
know,
Yep.
which is it's okay. It's a thing I think I would never like, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But on the Italian side, like I said, like I grew up, there was also pasta, there was also lasagna, there was also like the Italian things that snuck in. Certainly bread, certainly corn, salad, always Italian salad, always, always, always. Um, Stuffing, of course. Here's the thing I don't get. Okay, can we make a whole episode about this cranberry
Yeah.
sauce? Can we talk about it?
Yeah, thanks. I was just about to. I was waiting for you to finish
Hate
your
it.
list and note that that neither of us did cranberry sauce, and
Nah,
I think the reason I left out cranberry sauce,
here comes.
and for note, I am a huge fan of Jello, but when you
Okay.
hear the word cranberry sauce,
Mm-hmm.
Jello is not sold as fruit sauce.
Why not?
When you get a cranberry sauce, and your mom or grandma or aunt is like, "Can you open that can of
Or
cranberry
father,
sauce?"
or
I'm just saying,
human.
from my experience, that was who would be like asking me for help, because the men were all useless. The can you open this cranberry sauce would mean getting the can opener, opening this can, and slopping out a can shape of purple, and
Yeah.
it would just be something about eating the food that stays the same shape as the tin can it's in is not
Yeah. What's going
appealing.
on?
And if you slice it into slices, like
Nah.
sometimes that would happen, it
Nah. Nah. Nah.
doesn't
Nah.
make
Nah.
it
Nah.
any better at all.
Y'all, here's the deal. Okay, Rance is right about something. Yeah, you don't call it Jello sauce. You call it Jello gelatin. So why don't we just call
Yeah,
it cranberry gelatin? Because that's what it is.
yeah,
And if you take something out of a can and you can see the ridges of the can,
yeah.
I don't want to eat that thing. There's
There's
no exception.
there's one other thing I can think of that does that, and it's dog food, and that's it.
Ah,
Like,
I don't want to eat that.
and sometimes not even like cranberry sauce. Always dog food.
Nah,
Sometimes.
nah, 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 nah. I think that there's a here's the thing too. I love fruit and I love like the tartness of a cranberry, but I don't want it on meat, which brings us back to season 1's episode, I believe, about pizza toppings,
Oh,
in which I said no sweetmeats. So I do not want you to put your fruit gelatin on my turkey. Oh my God. Why would you do that? It's like covering up. Here's what I think of every time I think of gelatin on meat. Okay. When
okay.
I think of a fruit on a meat,
Yeah,
oh man, it makes me think the meat's gone very bad. Every time it makes me
yeah.
think we're in the Middle Ages and someone's trying to cover up
What
this
are
meat
you
scent.
hiding?
What are you hiding? What are you hiding? I mean, Rance knows this, but don't bring me back to the great chutney debacle of whatever 2002.
Oh
This is
man.
like my mom hosted Thanksgiving. My mom is an incredible cook. Okay, my mom is like an incredible cook, and also I'd say an exceptional host. She's like very Martha Stewart pre-Martha. Like she knows how to dress a table. She knows how to like make beautiful, delicious foods that none of us can quite like mimic. She's
Yes.
really great at things. And even has made us like things across the years that we never thought we'd like. Like she makes a Brussels sprout dish that my whole family likes. And she makes this like kind of really delicious, like yam. I didn't like yams really. And she makes this yams with like a candied crust
Hmm.
that's really good at Thanksgiving that we all like. So she really pushed her luck this year. Okay. I don't know what year this was, but she really pushed her luck,
Oh man.
Barbara. And she made a chutney instead of gravy for a Thanksgiving that we had at my mom's house.
Oh man.
And my brothers and I, you would have thought she provoked the whole family into the biggest fight we'd ever had. It was like, what is this? Why are we having this? What have you done? Why is our family torn apart? Everyone was so mad. And it was so funny how mad we were.
I
And
know.
still to this
Yeah.
day, we still talk about it. It's
I
only
know
one
about
time
this because it gets brought up like at
every
least
year.
once every 2 years, but like a lot of every years at the time. Remember that chutney?
Oh God, it was like chutney. I don't understand chutney anyway. I'm sure there's like a good kind of chutney because chutney is just a type of thing. But the chutney we had was like kind of an apple spiced, like that traditional,
Yeah.
like cinnamon apple kind of
Oh
energy thing that went on top of the
God.
turkey that she'd seen truly in a Martha Stewart living and was like, this will be fun. I'll class up our Thanksgiving. And we were mad. Okay. We were so mad. I can't even get started about how mad we were. It was horrible.
Oh my God.
Never again.
Here's something you answered for me that I wasn't even sure of because I'd never touched that gelatin before and never cared to like dig deeper or notice the
Mm-hmm.
world around me.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very narcissistic and vain. I had I hadn't a clue what cranberry sauce was supposed to be even used on. Was it for potatoes, for turkey?
Oh,
And it's for the
you put it on
turkey?
the turkey. Yeah, you put it on the turkey.
Now,
Uh,
what if you had like a good
ugh,
cranberry sauce, meaning there were cranberries in it? Someone made this
no,
from scratch and it was good. I think I might try if there's a
no,
good cranberry sauce available,
no,
I would try it on turkey just to be like,
no,
because
no.
I've had like
On meat.
I've had a cranberry awakening, I think.
No,
I like putting them on my salads.
no.
I like there's a place here near us where I like a blueberry muffin, but their blueberry muffins aren't that good because they aren't really muffins. They're like little tiny breads. But they had cranberry muffins, and I was like, I'll try it. And boy, has that hit the spot. So
Mm-mm.
like, I think I'm just gonna like make a pile of actual cranberry sauce and sprinkle in some pieces of turkey.
No. Look, here's the deal. Cranberries are great. Cranberry
Yeah.
sauce is stupid.
Well,
Now, here's the only, I will give it this, and I
what?
don't like this, but I can see why someone might. I don't know why I draw the line here, but I'm saying an after Thanksgiving turkey sandwich, I can see why someone would put cranberry on that as a spread.
Oh, okay. Because that's past the date when the turkey would be good, and you have to cover up.
My man. I
I
don't know.
got your back.
I don't know. I wouldn't like that, but I can see why it'd be like kind of the layer of mayo or whatever people put on like leftover sandwiches.
Yeah.
Um, my family is a strong like, and this sounds exceptionally white, but I don't really think of them being because of no spice. It just happens to be a good like wet the sandwich. Like they put like Miracle Whip on their after sandwiches, kind of.
Yeah.
Um,
You need it. The
it's
turkey dries out.
yeah, it dries out too much. But yeah, no way. Cranberry sauce may be on a sandwich. I don't. No, 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 no,
Where do
no,
you
no, no.
stand on stuffing?
It's fine. I don't hate stuffing. I mean, I actually kind of like stovetop stuffing. Um, and I don't mind. I don't think I'm like, oh, I gotta have that stuffing. Like I don't. It doesn't. It's okay.
Yeah. I never wanted it or cared to even look at it. It's always seemed weird. And like I said, I
You
was a
won't
pick.
look at it.
Nope, won't even look at it. I was a picky eater when I was a kid, and to a degree, I still have those bones in me. But
Oh, you've gotten way better.
I've gotten way better because somewhere along the line, I believe it was watching some cooking show, and it could have even been like Hell's Kitchen or something like that. But it was like you're not eating. I was a I don't want my food to touch kid,
Yeah.
and so what I was missing out on was how a thing tastes when you combine it with things. So
Hmm.
now, if I have a thing that I don't like that's in a food, I will always try to take a bite with everything together to see how does this flavor match up.
Yeah.
There are some things where I just can't do it. Like I can't do olives. I can't do big slices of tomatoes.
Mm-mm.
But I feel like once I did that and I tried stuffing, I was like, what the hell have I been doing all my life? And also a friend of ours, shout out to Mary Nisi, she invited me over to Thanksgiving one year when I was in Chicago, and she had like a sausage stuffing. It was like stuffing and sausage, and it was like, why is there anything else here? Like this one dish was like delicious. So I also think part of it is like just stovetop out of the box stuffing might not have been the best. It might just be like I'm going to enjoy a nice Italian pasta dish, Kraft macaroni and cheese.
I think this is maybe a nice shout out to Rant's time that like I think you've gotten so much more adventurous with your eating because I tend to cook with heat. When I do cook, it's like very
Oh yeah.
it's a lot of spices and seasoning and heat. And yeah, that's just like the way that a lot of my family tends to eat food. So it's like nice to have you sort
Meaning
of
spice.
modify. Hmm?
Meaning spice. Like, of course, she uses a burner on a stove that has heat on it, but to add like jalapeno or
Did you think that that audience really didn't know?
I just wanted to make sure because sometimes it doesn't translate well into French.
When I oh yeah, our French viewer could be left behind. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to. Yeah, when I cook, it's actually hot. Like
yeah.
the burner is on.
The burner is working fine. Here's a debatable.
What is it?
When you cook, do you use open flame or just set a pan on some jalapenos?
Oh yeah, I set a pan on jalapenos and I hope for the best. Oh, everything's so bland, but I tell them I cooked with jalapenos and no one believes me.
Yeah, they never believe.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah, yeah.
good. It's good, you guys. I have it all the time. It's
It's
good.
good. So, what would you say is the most useless food at a Thanksgiving feast?
This is not going to be near anywhere near being the popular vote for pumpkin pie.
Oh yeah, you hate a pumpkin pie. You don't like it.
It's one thing that I won't ever eat. I can't get past the
Yeah.
look of it, and if I get close to getting past the look of it, I get to the smell of it, and
Wait,
I'm not on board.
what's wrong with the look of it?
It doesn't look like pie. It looks like bad pudding in a crust.
Okay. To me, it just looks like a yeah, pudding pie that happens to be pumpkin.
It looks like you know how
Mhm.
Chicago has deep dish pizzas, and you're like, wow, this one is really popular, and then you get it, and it's just all sauce and cheese, and then there's like a layer of pepperoni at the bottom because there's no way they can make it sit on the top. It's like something's up with this pizza.
Oh, I guess I get it. I'm not like crazy for pumpkin pie, but I understand why it's
Yeah.
there. The spice of it is like a nice fit for the season for sure, but I don't really need, I'm not like a pumpkin spice head though. Just goes okay.
Yeah, I almost have like doubled down on not wanting it too after the whole like I'm fairly nonconformist when it comes to food, so that Starbucks has over popularized pumpkin spice, blah blah blah, and now you can get like pumpkin spice ketchup at the grocery store or whatever. It's like
Holy
enough with
moly.
your pumpkin.
Everyone take it down. I mean, I like that's fine if you like it, but some things are maybe too much,
Yeah.
you
Do
know.
you like
I
it
like
because you
Sour
like
Patch
it?
Kids. I like Sour Patch Kids, but I don't want salad Sour Patch Kids like salad.
Have you tried it?
Not yet. Someone make it. No Show Nation. If you're making Sour Patch salad, just let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us how it is. Tell us the right dressing and toppings to use with it.
I guess technically a Sour Patch Kid salad would just be Sour Patch Kids in a bowl.
On lettuce.
Doesn't have to have a bed of lettuce.
Oh, so it could be like potato salad or like
Oh, what makes a salad?
that's what I'm saying. Like it's like potato salad doesn't have lettuce. It has the name salad in it though.
Yeah, but I mean, a salad may be just something in a bowl.
So I have a nice frosted flakes salad in the morning.
Yeah, I have a popcorn salad sometimes as a snack, and
Yep.
you have Frosted Flakes salad in the morning.
Yeah. This is not going to go over well in France.
Sorry, France.
Are there any other foods that you feel like we were missing,
Hmm.
or that you know? Are there any foods that would show up that you knew were not a traditional? Like you've already mentioned the
Oh,
pastas, but
oh
like
yeah. Like I think that's such an important part for my family's experience, or maybe other people that don't have like a traditionally like very Anglo, you know, experience. Um, yeah, very Anglo experience, I guess is the right way to put it. Like I think that there's a lot of like very bland, very like very white, meaning the actual color white
yeah,
food of like just starches and you know potato based things, but also a lot of like gelatinous stuff I don't like. I just don't like any of that
yeah,
stuff. So it's just too uh I feel like this brings up like the Jello debate of like Jello molds with fruit. Like stop it. What are you doing? Stop it. And
that's
yeah,
debatable.
okay, we'll come back to it. But my
Okay,
family again would always make like kind of like rigatoni at Thanksgiving and stuff. I wouldn't say it
Mhm.
was the main feature, but it was just like oh, ever prevalent. Oh man, we sound so Italian now. I'm just hearing it out loud. We're just like at every gathering, there's got to be a rigatoni and sausages cut up in a bowl, like whatever. So it was all
Oh,
every
a salad,
yeah, a salad, a
a
noodle
sausage
salad.
salad.
Mm. Yeah, what were you gonna say about Jello and Jello molds? Yuck.
Jello molds with fruit,
Nah.
good. But
No.
when you start adding
Ooh.
things though, like we would have
Yuck.
Jello, and there's this one that I loved,
Ugh.
and some recipe messed it up. My mom would make lime Jello.
Uh-huh.
It would have
Pineapple?
pineapple,
That's okay.
and it would have.
Carrots.
I feel like there's whipped cream involved, but that's exactly right.
I
Then
knew it.
somehow the
Ugh.
recipe to make it fancy would be
Yuck.
carrots,
Why?
walnuts, and
Why?
cottage cheese.
Oh God,
Yeah,
God, God.
stick. If you have Jello with fruit, you're doing okay because what's Jello? It's fruit sauce, just like cranberry sauce. But don't go throwing
Oh,
vegetables in there.
run for the hills. What are you
Yeah.
doing? I feel like everyone had, not everyone, many people had the Betty, like a Betty Crocker cookbook,
Yep.
and it got passed from hand to hand when that
Yeah.
was like the only chef's cookbook you could find. That was like whatever, these kinds of meals that we would gather for. And one of them put carrots in a Jello mold, and everybody was fucked from there.
It's because Jello was new and like wow, and then also the company that produced Jello was probably the ones making the cookbook. So it's like we have to give them recipes or they won't use it.
But just because something's new doesn't mean throw everything in it that's ever existed. Like I don't think that when I think of lime Jello, I don't think a natural pairing is carrots and raisins. It's like get out of here. Just how about a natural pairing of lime Jello is limes?
You've already got lime though. You got to put steak in there. You got
No.
to put.
I think that I draw the line here because it's exceptionally, this is exceptionally white, and it's like very I don't want texture. I think maybe that's part of it. I don't have like a texture problem with food. So
Yeah.
like I don't like mushrooms, not because of their flavor, because I don't like that they feel like earlobes. More on that in another debatable sometime. But if I have a lime Jello and I get a sudden piece of something in there, it makes me think something's gotten in my Jello. Like I think it's like I don't want to chew this Jello. It should be able to go between my teeth.
Yeah, that's how I was when I was having my mom's lime Jello with pineapple. I thought, and I took a
Ew.
bite, and it was like crunchy, weird chunks in
Blah,
there.
blah. No.
No thanks.
So I mean, I draw a hard line at anything in Jello. No, thank
Whipped
you.
cream,
Oh, that's
Cool
okay. It's
Whip.
a topping. That's a topping.
I'd
It's okay.
love taking a Jello, putting a scoop of whipped cream or putting Cool Whip on it, and then just like stirring it up as fast as I could. So it became like this weird mix of. I'd eat that all day.
Oh, I used to love taking a Jello, stirring it up as fast as I could, and just setting it down and leaving it be.
I just leave it behind. I'd be like, no one's gonna eat this now, and I'd walk away.
I've ruined it.
I ruined it.
I can't think of any other like debatable things that I'd say. I know that a lot of people probably have a big, strong opinion about cranberry sauce and where it goes. And I'll tell you where it goes, where the sun don't shine. But if you're gonna fight me on it, fine. I think a lot of people probably have salad. They probably have corn. They probably have bread. They probably have mashed potatoes. They may or may not have other items like maybe like a collard green or like a what else would you have that's like did I say corn already?
Yeah,
There's
you
thinking
mentioned
like
corn.
sides.
Yeah,
Yeah, like things that
corn on
like
the cob seems like it could pop in there. It seems like something that our Anglo families would be like, and this represents
the maze.
the maize.
Oh God. Uh but yeah, I like we were making mashed potatoes for my family gathering this year and they're
Mhm.
homemade and they asked us to bring gravy and we were like, oh, we don't have any way to make gravy because we're not making the meat. So we had to buy like glass jar of gravy and we were
Oh
both like,
yeah,
what is this? Is this a thing people?
that was like weird that I'd never heard of that before or never noticed
Yeah.
it ever because why would I? But it was like, let's pick up gravy. And it's like, how do you pick up gravy? And I literally
Yeah.
walked by the packets. I've seen the packets of like, this is the stuff you add to the turkey
Yeah, like flour and
drippings
corn
to
flour.
turn it
Yeah.
in. But then there's like Heinz
Yeah.
turkey gravy.
Standalone gravy.
We'll see.
Standalone Gravy should be like a band or a improv team.
We're standalone gravy.
Yeah. Gravy solo.
Suggestion. Well, I think we nailed Thanksgiving, Tara.
I think so too. Hey, and also like as we said, this holiday is complicated, but as we enter the holiday gathering and gift giving seasons for many, just lots of love from It's Not a Show and No Show Nation. We'll be making podcasts through this time, but we'll probably say it a lot. Just thank you for listening. Thank you for being, and congratulations on making it to this point in the year. And we love you.
Yeah, I'm thankful for you, No Show Nation. Tara, I'm thankful for you as well.
Oh, Rance, I'm thankful for you. And I'm thankful for our two little dogs that are frantically pacing around as we're naming every food in the book.
Yep, they don't like the word food being said without having any of their faces.
We love you. Hey, if you want to check out more of It's Not a Show, you can find it on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or Podbean or wherever you get your pods. We sure would appreciate some listens and, of course, more than anything, some debatables and some stories from you so we can share them on our Not a Show. I almost said a show. You know what I mean.
Not a show.
Not a show. Schneeschnaw. But we'd love to hear from you because that's the fun of it. Next week, we'll be back to, debating your debatables as they come in. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving!